And if intimated that there could be a faulty with the building, that as a union we shall leave it to the Ministry of Works and Physical Planning to actually ascertain if there are any defaults in the nature of the buildings. Because me, as a teacher, these are buildings I would admire as good, but we shall leave that to the Ministry of Public Works to ascertain, after which then we can have our statements put. Should it that it was a mistake of a teacher, again here, that's why we have gone into an inquiry. And that inquiry will bring out the totality of the entire situation, as it were, both infrastructure, and one challenge that we have in our schools is infrastructure, that they are limited, as you can see, with a 100% transition. And if the report will be expanded to all other areas, we shall deal with it then. As for now, we cannot engage ourselves in trying to create any blame game for now. Let's allow the inquiry to do its work, and that would be gentleman enough from a union that has good manners.
From the look of things, this building did not collapse. And anybody making observations on the faulty structure may be making an overstatement of sorts. But we don't want to go into giving our own opinion related to the faultiness of this building, because it is not necessary. If this building apparently, as it is constructed, that is what I started with, that this appears to be one of the best constructed schools in this region and even in Kenya. And you cannot fault it from the perspective that it was faulty in any way, because there are no cracks, and the slabs did not sink, for this matter. So the performance of the school is also good. So in our view, let us not preempt what the investigations are going to come up with. We shall be making our recommendations based on what has come out from the investigation. What we must emphasize as an aspect of sorts, and which must not be postponed, is the element of discussions based on the safety of our schools. Yeah. Even if the structure was as good as this, even if they are as bad as that, the enforceability of the 208 task force report on school safety must be addressed. Have they been addressed? Certain things which you must also ponder as the media itself. Are you asking questions about the capacity of our institutions to carry out induction periodically on new children, new students, or new pupils coming to school to undertake learning in a flat like this? Because this thing happened from second floor up to first floor. That is not very high. And we have seen that there was no students or no pupil jumped from that place coming down, but they followed the exits which are permitted by law and according to architectural designs, that they are supposed to look at these exits. Now, that issue, what I can summary say is that there is the element of capacity of whether the learners in this institution are aware of what happens when there is an emergency. So that is what must be part of our conversation with the Cabinet Secretary. That's why we are insisting within 14 days he should be able to convene such a meeting, so that we are brought to the same level, so that we don't ask many questions when something occurs.